watching Legends of Rod and Reel.
If sleeping in is your thing, don't ever try to run a fly shop. After all, the doors at Colorado's Blue Quill Angler open 7 days a week well before sunrise.
So as far as fly selection today, we've got a number of very small critters.
This old fly shop reeks of history. Just look around.
It's pretty incredible. That building was the machine shop for the Haiwan Ranch, which was a huge ranch up there at the time. There's just a lot of passion that floats amongst that building.
Pat owns the Blue Quill along with a few friends. To him, this place isn't about brick and mortar. Instead, it's all about people. Guys like Buddy and shop co-owner Jim Cannon.
Oh, yeah. It's a great story, a great building, a great group of people. There's a lot of guides that have been there 17 to 20 years.
On this early morning, Pat picks out a few of his favorite flies for yet another Cheeseman Canyon adventure.
If this doesn't get your juices flowing, nothing will.
Today, he shares the trail with Jim.
This is definitely one of the most special parts of the canyon here. Well, Jimmy, we might as well start at the Blitz today, huh?
We got it all to ourselves.
You'd think as partners in a business that you guys would fish more than we do, but you know, he's so busy, running the retail side of things, and my job is to kind of run the guide service.
Oh, this is just a little midge pattern.
It sends us in different directions.
So when these two do fish together, it's quite something to see. Just watch.
Jim's got one on there. All right, Jimmy. Boy, look at him run. You better put some heat on him now. That's a nice fish, Jim. Hey, you've been watching me. That's what I did yesterday.
He just came off.
He's a fish catching machine. And the thing about it is Jim doesn't fish a lot, and that's how gifted he is. Yeah, Jim's hooked up. He's like a vacuum cleaner out on the river. That's a beautiful fish.
Net him for me. That's just a lot of fun.
Well, you ought to be hungry, Jimmy, catching that many fish. You must have worked up an appetite. I'm for a sandwich.
Along this river, these two old friends daydream.
18, 19 years ago.
Yeah, first time we fished it together.
We fished this pool.
Which may be part of the lure of fishing.
Yeah, it used to be quite a bit deeper, but I think it's coming back.
But stories only last so long, and the fishing never seems to wait.
There, Jimmy's got one, all right.
Jim sets his hook.
There we go, there we go.
And Pat?
This is a big one. That's what I'm looking for right here.
Does exactly the same.
This river, whether you're guiding or fishing professionally, it can humble you at any time. This is trouble here. Let's see if we can get his head up. Oh, this is a gorgeous fish. Oh, look at the color on that guy. That's what I'm talking about. Wild as the canyon. You got a big one, Jimmy?
Pretty good size.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at him getting his head up. Yeah, I know that's a big fish because that one's really fighting Jimmy a long time.
He's about got my arm wore out.
This is called the rainbow pool. Rightly so. Look at the rainbows we're catching. Just great fish.
Yeah!
A fish in hand proves to be magic.
That was a great fight. That is as good as it gets. This is the canyon. This is the magic.
Magic shared between two friends. It makes you wonder, who's better?
Well, that's a tough question. I don't hold a stick to Pat's angling.
See if he takes that natural there.
The proof might come during our interview. Heck, we sit down and talk to Jim.
He sets the standard for guiding.
Got the big one.
And Pat hooks a fish.
I need a net man. This is a big fish.
Oh my God.
In this case,
Oh yeah, baby.
a really, really big fish.
It's going to be a tussle here. This is a big fish. Oh boy. I'm gonna lift his head. All right. Yeah, baby. That's a big son of a gun there. Let me see if I can sneak down.
Yes, that's kind of how legends work. When you least expect it,
Female.
they make magic happen.
Beautiful Kamloops rainbow. I love fishing fast, slow seams like this one here.
Pat Dorsey's passion has always been fly rod and rivers, but equal to the fishing, in a word, family.
That's a great float there. Family's very important to me. I mean, my dad is my mentor, and I look up to him. We might be able to pull a riser or two in that meat hole.
Another key influence, his partner there, right by his side.
Without her, I couldn't do this.
That's Kim, Pat's wife. She kind of calls the shots around the Dorsey household,
She's my favorite fishing partner.
and she knows fly rodding too.
We've been all over British Columbia and Canada and all the major western tailwaters, and she's there thick and thin and supports me in my dreams.
In fact, when Pat and Kim decided to tie the knot way back when, Kim had an idea.
We just decided, you know, it was both of our second marriages, and
It was one of the most special days. It was great.
I said, why don't we do something fun? Let's do something outdoors. And so I just said, you know, why don't we get married in our drift boat somewhere on the river?
Jim Cannon, Pat's fishing buddy, played a key role in this adventure.
I guess they didn't know any minister that would do it in a drift boat but me, so we floated down the river and, you know, married him in the drift boat.
Yes, on the water and in wedlock.
My wife, Kim, you know, I love her to death, and she's just such an influential person in my life. And my kids, you know, it's just, they're great people.
But Pat hopes to pass along his fishing traditions to a lot of other people, not just the Dorseys. Which is why Pat pulled out pen and paper and started writing.
I always wanted to write a book on this river, but I don't consider myself a great writer. My father really helped me out. My dad, you know, being in education for 41 years, was able to refine it. The point was to cover the river from the headwaters to Denver on all three forks, the North Fork, the South Fork, and the Middle Fork.
In 2009, he released a second book that Pat hopes will help anglers better understand tailwater fishing.
The new book is Fly Fishing Tailwaters. And so what I tried to do, similar to the book on the South Platte, is try to lump together all the experiences that I've had throughout the West.
He's got a thing for video too.
Over the years, one of my favorite patterns.
Just ask this guy.
I've heard of warrior monks. He's like the fishing monk. Pat is probably one of the most intuitive fishermen I've ever come across in my life.
Award-winning television producer John Smith teamed up with Pat to produce a series of fishing DVDs.
Clip off the excess.
He is hands down one of the most encyclopedic individuals and knowledgeable individuals when it comes to nymph fishing.
Exactly Pat's niche, and exactly why those who know him consider Pat Dorsey a legend of rod and reel.
Nice little brown. I don't consider myself a legend. I consider myself a trout bum and just somebody who likes to share his passion with other people. I hope I can do it for a long time to come. It's truly what I love to do.